Today we're reviewing Spider-Man Far From Home.
Shit, I got a flight to catch, man. Oh, man.
What?
Yeah, I'm going on vacation.
What is that?
Can you,
We're
can you
doing the Spider-Man
No,
review.
can you give me a ride to LAX?
Today we're doing... No, I don't want to give you a ride.
Have you seen my passport anywhere?
I don't know where your passport is. What's going on?
Dude, I'm not staying here. I gotta go, man.
Phil!
That was a trip.
It's the fourth act. I'm Alex. That's Phil. And hot diggity dog, that the Marvel gone doing it again.
Never gonna use that.
What are you doing?
Marvel Studios.
Stop. Like, subscribe, comment, share, do all of that because we need attention.
Hit the notifications. Notifications. Our favorite web slinger swung back into theaters this
The
weekend.
best web slinger.
Jon Watts returns to direct, and it stars once again Tom Holland, Zendaya, Jake Gyllenhaal this time, Sam Jackson, a Canadian pop star who loves malls. I don't know.
Let's go to the mall today.
Also, spoilers.
Ground rules. We each have 3 points written down. We're going to take turns going back and forth. If we agree with each other, we get a little spider web above our heads. If we disagree, we get a red X.
I felt like this was an improvement on Homecoming.
Disagree.
I love Spider-Man Homecoming, I do. But I think this is an improvement because in Homecoming, most of the action wasn't him, it was the suit that Tony Stark built for him.
Hey Karen, what else can this suit do? What?
This one, it raises the stakes, first of all. He has more responsibility to take on. And second of all, I feel like there's better Spider-Man action in it.
No, it's definitely got a different vibe. Like, you know, he's out of his element with the elementals. Oh!
Wow, okay, cut.
But with this film, it just doesn't kind of encapsulate the magic for me. And I mean, that's going to be one of my points, so, but just simply just disagree.
Fine.
Branching off your point about why this improves in the first one, I don't think it does. I think the first act kind of suffers. It takes a while to get going. He's kind of one-dimensional. He's just fixated on MJ.
The first act doesn't work? I disagree.
There's not even any blip talk or snap or whatever you want to call it. You don't really feel like it's a Spider-Man story until like he's fighting the water demon elemental in Venice when Mysterio pops up. And it's just kind of...
Mysterio was in the first, like, 10 seconds of it.
That was just a cutaway scene.
From the very opening, the title sequence, Marvel Studios, and, yeah, you know,
Stop
the
singing.
whole memoriam.
Okay, don't hurt yourself.
The blurry pictures and the
Yes,
Getty
the
images
memoriam.
and the boom. Yes, thank you. I was so, like, with it for that.
It was
I thought
very
hilarious.
funny. It just transitions weird as the film that follows Endgame, you know what I mean?
Nah.
We're off to a great start. My Phil Tingle says you're going to say something even more stupid.
Okay. Well, in the marketing, Mysterio's made out to be an ally, right? Mm-hmm. In the comics, he's a villain.
Yes, I am Mysterio.
Stop. Okay, stop.
Stop it. It's my salad bowl.
I was not aware that he was a villain in the comics.
You are dumb.
So when that happened, that twist was pretty cool. I didn't see it coming. I liked it a lot.
Literally everyone saw that coming. I saw that coming. Your parents saw that coming. Everyone saw that coming. I will say that I really like Jake Gyllenhaal's Mysterio. Kind of wish he stayed alive, or that he was like never the bad guy.
He's alive.
He's not alive.
I was all ready to say, like, the villains in this movie are all faceless and not interesting, and then they got me. So I thought that was really cool. Oh, movie's all up to those tricks. It's got a lot of tricks up its sleeve.
Illusion, Michael. Trick is something a whore does for money. Or cocaine.
The Mysterio kind of like acid trip nightmare sequence, Doctor Strange
that
thing.
was so cool.
Oh, dude, it was really intense. Like, I almost threw up. I think I did throw up, but then I
don't
swallowed
believe
it.
that you threw up. It came with that one, like, the dead Iron Man suit.
Oh, the
crawling
Iron
out.
Man corpse. And
That
then
was, ooh, that was heavy.
Whoa, this is heavy. There's that word again, heavy.
It just keeps like knocking him down a peg with like diminishing his suits, and then on top, I mean,
Yes.
it really throws him through the ringer. Like he just gets destroyed,
Yes.
pummeled by like this illusion of
And
not being good enough.
And it also worked really well as just a very elaborate way to move him in front of a train without him knowing. So I agree.
And it kills Nick Fury again, and it dupes us.
I am Mysterio. I have just accomplished a milestone. I will now give you a very long and detailed speech.
I'm Spider-Man.
You get, like, what I'm doing, like the point that I made.
Yes, no. When Spider-Man gives him the glasses in the bar, and like he, you know, reveals that he's the bad guy and he's the villain. I get it. I disagree.
How can you disagree with that? It's
You do that.
It was clearly not a speech you would give in real life. Like, it was clearly because This is where we are now in the movie, and we just get it twisted out of the way so you know what's going on.
But you needed it because you didn't know Mysterio was the villain.
Yeah, sure. I was trying to piece it together.
I thought it was cool. They incorporated Iron Man 1 into it. They incorporated Civil War into it.
With the Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave.
Yeah, no, it was cool.
A bunch of scraps.
Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a bunch of scrap.
Classic scene.
Yeah, no, it showed that he wasn't just a one-man show. Like, he had a team of, like, you know, people that had a vendetta against Stark, and it kind of fit with that whole motive of, like, you know, the lingering Tony Stark storyline in the background.
It was cool. It was still lazy
Disagree.
writing. That's all.
Last point, this movie completely undermines Avengers Endgame and Tony Stark's sacrifice.
What are you talking about? Disagree.
Endgame finishes the story about his obsession in Age of Ultron to create a suit of armor around the world, right?
I want to apply this to the Ultron program. I see a suit of armor around the world.
It's the reason why him and Cap kind of differ in Civil War, and they're at odds for Infinity War. They're not with each other. And in Endgame, he makes the big play, he sacrifices himself. And then what happens in this movie? He has a suit of armor around the world that gets corrupted by another bad person. He gives Spider-Man the drones, and you think he would have learned, don't make that kind of technology anymore. It will get manipulated by a villain of some sorts. And then of course Spider-Man hands it over to Mysterio. He uses that for his own evil doing. In death, Tony's screwing over the world still.
Nah, I don't care about that.
Oh my gosh!
It's not like there's not going to be Stark Tech around anymore.
No, there'll always be Stark Tech, it seems like, going forward, because that's how they're going to,
And
remind you that Iron Man existed.
All Stark Tech was built to protect the world. It's fine. You just need to regulate it correctly, and that's what he learned through his arc. And now it's Peter Parker's responsibility to do that.
It just felt very MacGuffin-like to move the plot forward, to give the villain power.
You're being ridiculous.
I'm just saying.
What happened? 5 disagreed.
You're still a loser! So yeah, we didn't do that good. But maybe we did, because we disagreed like we promised. But I got the one checkmark / spiderweb. No, I don't want that spiderweb. Now it's rattle-off time. These didn't make our big 3 points, but we definitely want to talk about them. Alex, you can go first.
Spidey sense. Big payoff. Finally got some good Spidey sense.
It's like he finally reached puberty in Spider-Man form.
I knew Nick Fury was acting weird. Like, I just knew it. Something was off. It speaks to his ability of acting. Just to, like, there's a little subtlety there.
Yeah, it paralleled Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Ending of Season 4, beginning of Season 5. With him in space, and then Phil Coulson was in space.
Here's a rough impression of my reaction when J.K. Simmons came back as J. Jonah Jameson. Ready?
Who is Spider-Man? He's a criminal, that's who he is.
Speaking you didn't know about the Mysterio twist, I just want to shed light on it real quick. In the comics, he was a special effects artist working for a Hollywood studio. He wanted the spotlight, so he became an actor, and he failed at that, and he thought he could use his special effects talent to become a cool villain. Speaking of comics, this kind of felt like an old Marvel team-up comic, with like him and Mysterio in the beginning of the movie.
At the beginning, yeah.
Because Marvel released I think 150 issues of like Spider-Man teaming up with like different allies and sometimes enemies. The Earth 616 multiverse just completely screwed over everyone's expectations, which is great.
It wasn't real.
Earth 616 is the Earth that everything takes place on the comics. There's more comic mythology.
I think it's real, it's just not like officially confirmed anymore.
They were in Great Britain, and I'm mad that they didn't have a Captain Britain Easter egg. Because, Captain America's dead, and I want to see Captain Britain, bit of tea. I, for one, hope they adapt the kangaroo villain that Spider-Man faces in the comics for the third one. Because you should know this, the kangaroo was a villain from Australia, because you're Australian. And he develops the abilities of a kangaroo. He goes to the U.S. He gets deported. It's a whole thing. He becomes a villain. And, that'd be cool for you to see, kangaroo. Oh, too! Got him! He's a kangaroo villain. You should know him. You're Australian. Google him. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, oi, oi. That's it for this set. Tune in next week and review Stuber. And check out our channel. We have some past videos for some previous summer blockbusters that are quite entertaining. Comment below. Let us know what Marvel movie you're excited for that's coming up in the future. We don't know what Marvel movie is coming up in the future.
Like and subscribe or don't, because you have free will. Boom. Boom. Boom.
Kill mode activated!